Welcome to Sikbaggers YouTube channel. I'm Steve. Today, got some pretty cool parts to show you from Advanblack. So Advanblack has just came out with 3 brand new carbon fiber parts. They were actually just released a couple of days ago, and today I want to show you them on our channel. Now, I originally shot the install videos for all 3 of these pieces on the Sikbagger channel, and at first I was going to release them one part at a time, but since Advanblack decided to release all 3 of the parts at one time, that's what we're going to do here today. Now, I already have install videos on these items over on the Advanblack YouTube channel, but if you want to see the carbon fiber parts installed on this Road Glide ST, just stay tuned here in this video. So I shot a complete install video on the mid-frame air deflectors and the carbon fiber tank dash, and of course up here on the handlebars we have the carbon fiber hand guards as well, because we also just released the AllumeGuard LED running light and sequential turn signals that fit in the hand guards. Now, I'm not going to go through a complete install on the hand guard because it is super simple. I'll put in a couple of clips right here while I'm talking from the install video because it's such an easy install. I'm not going to dedicate an entire section of this video to that. So the package is going to come with 2 different style installation brackets. You're going to have one for the right side that will never change. Your right brake side will never change. The only thing that changes is the cable. Some bikes 14, 15, and 16 have a hydraulic clutch, and it enters the perch at a different angle, and then all the other bikes have cable clutches. So in the hardware kit, you will get all 3 brackets. You're going to get your right side, and then you'll get 2 for the left side. You go out and pick out the one, whether it's cable or it's hydraulic, and you use that one. So all you have to do is put the brackets on the hand guards. All right, super easy to do. Walk it over to the bike, take your mirror stem off, put the mirror stem back in, tighten everything down, and that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to check out the video on the AllumeGuard, I'll put a link down in the description down below. It'll show you those LED sequential turn signals that fit in the 3 holes that are included in our hand guards. Now, these things keep your hands protected from the elements, whether it be cold air, rain, whatever that's hitting. I just wanted to get them on the Sikbagger channel because the next time you see this bike, we're either going to be doing the T-bars or the exhaust or something like that. We've got a ton of parts in the cabinet for this bike, but these parts will be on there. And if we get any questions on, hey, where'd you get the carbon fiber parts? Now you know, Advanblack. I'll also put a link in the description down below for all 3 of these carbon fiber pieces, so you can go over to Advanblack and check them out, or you can get up with one of our authorized dealers and get them from there. We got another part from Advanblack going on the Road Glide ST, and it is the carbon fiber tank dash. Now, this is going to be a direct replacement. It's just a couple of bolts to put this part on the bike. Now, I want to get this up on camera so you can see that this is true carbon fiber. This isn't just ABS with a carbon fiber sticker over the top of it. Now, if you look at performance baggers, you'll see a lot of carbon fiber parts on those bikes. And it's the same reason that they do in performance race cars or anything. They use carbon fiber because they're super lightweight and they're super sturdy. Back here on the bike, the OEM one is going to be a metal one, so a lot more weight to this one compared to this one. So very, very easy to install. So let's get the camera over here and get this thing on there. So the first thing we want to do is get our seat off so we can access the bolt down in the bottom. Right here on the back side of the tank dash, you can follow this down. We got a 10mm nut right here. Right up here on the front of your dash, if you look down in between your ignition and your dash, you'll see a 4mm hex head bolt down here. We want to turn our ignition to the side. We're going to get a long 4mm and turn in here. On the back side, you'll see that you have some wires clipped onto this. It's a little bend tab. You just want to bend those and take that out just like that. Inside of our hardware kit, we're going to have a new bracket, we're going to have a new front screw, and we're going to have 2 screws that hold the bracket onto the dash. You want to make sure that you orientate this piece correctly. So when it's on here, it's going to look just like this. Do not want to use blue Loctite on this. It will not come out. It's not needed. Now, these screws do go in at an angle, so make sure that you don't try to run that in straight in. They're not going to go. Now, with this tank dash, you can use the provided black bolt, or you can use your OEM bolt that you pulled out. If you're putting this on over a set of tank covers, you will need to use the provided bolt. It's a little bit longer because your tank covers lift up off the tank, which makes this just a little bit higher, so you need a longer bolt. Also, inside your hardware kit, you're going to get rubber strips like this. This is the trim piece that goes on the edge of this, protects this from hitting the paint on your tank. You want to make sure that the short side is on the outside. So we're going to set this on here. Now we got a lot of questions on the tank dashes of these not having clips on the inside. Those clips are not necessary. All you have to do is run this wire underneath this dash and make sure that it's not poking out the sides, so when you clamp this down you're not smashing any wires. It's very easy to do. You set it up on here in place and then you pull it, make sure that it's underneath the dash. Just like that. Those clips on the inside are not necessary. Also, this metal bracket back here can be bent. So if you find yourself having a hard time getting this bolt in here, just go ahead and bend this just a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. What I do recommend that you do is do not bend it and pry on these two screw holes right here. You're gonna wanna take this off, bend this a little bit, and then put it back on. I'm gonna set it about right where I want it. Make sure my wires are tucked. I'm a little bit back here on the back side. That looks like that's going to line up real good. I'm going to go ahead and put our screw into place up front. I'm going to go ahead and run that in about halfway. I'm not going to tighten that down. We want to be able to move this a little bit if we need to. You're going to use your factory OEM bolt that you pulled out of here. I'm going to give this a little bit of a push. Double check again to make sure none of our wires are sticking out. Then from there we can go ahead and tighten down the front one. Make sure to stay tuned to our Advanblack carbon fiber series that we're going to be doing on our Sick Bagger YouTube channel. We got more carbon fiber parts coming out. But they give you a quick little walk around and show you what it looks like on the bike. So like I said, super easy install. Take about 5 minutes, maybe less, to put that on. All the fitment details will be down in the video description as well as over on the Advanblack website. So make sure that you double check that it'll fit your bike before you order. So you have the option of getting one with the tank dash without the hole and one with the hole. So make sure to check out the website over at Advanblack. I'm going to be showing you the brand new carbon fiber mid-frame air deflectors. Now, Advanblack already has these on their website, but they're not carbon fiber. You can get those color matched in ABS. So if you want to check out those products, I can put a link down in the description to those. They're going to be the exact same thing, but these are going to be made from carbon fiber and not color matched. If we look right here where the heat shield goes, we can take the heat shield and we can kind of place it up in here and see the bolt holes that we need to use in the frame. You're going to have one hole down here. Now this is going to be a hole. All the included hardware comes in the package. If you don't have heat shields on your bike, you may have a spark plug retainer clip in this hole up here, but we're going to move that out of the way. And if I get a light right here, you'll see a threaded hole in the frame right here. So you'll have a threaded hole here, and then down here at the bottom will just be a normal hole. So in the hardware package, you're gonna have two different kinds of nuts in there. You're gonna have a speed nut and then also what's commonly referred to as a Versa nut. On the 2017 and later models, you will not need the speed nut, but you will need the Versa nut. If you're doing a 2017 or newer model, at the bottom hole where it's just a hole, you're going to put in the Versa nut. You can see on the back side there that it does have like a nut on it and then just a threaded hole on this side. You put that into the hole, and then as you're applying pressure with the nut, it's going to cinch up this back side, kind of like a drywall anchor would work. If you put a drywall anchor into the hole, as you're threading your screw in, it's going to pull the back and cinch up to the metal plate. Now this is a speed nut, as you can see right here. This has to be slid over a large hole, and it essentially gives you a nut on the back side. Now this bike already had mid-frame air deflectors on it when we purchased it. The STs and a few other models already come with those, so we're not going to be putting those in today. After we get the washer on, we're going to add a dab of medium strength thread locker to that. Now if I'm doing any type of work over the top of the transmission, I like to take a towel and put over this, because you got a big gaping hole down in here. If you drop one of these bolts down in here, you're going to have to get a magnet and fish that out. Also back here, it can slip into the back side back here, so we want to make sure that that's covered as well. I like to just put the towel up here like this, make sure all that's covered up, create myself a little pocket where the bolt can fall if I accidentally drop it. I'll take my mid-frame air deflector, we're going to slide that up into place. We're going to line up that bottom hole. Between the top of the inner primary and that hole is very little space, so if you got big hands like me, it's easy to drop that bolt when you're trying to get it started. I'm going to go ahead and get that started. I'm going to run it in just kind of hand tight just to hold it in place. Medium strength thread locker again. I'm going to put that at the top. So this is going to be an 11 millimeter, and I like to use a 1/4 inch because you can use a small ratchet and get in there. We're going to take our bolt washer, once again, little medium strength Loctite. Go ahead and slide that through, put that into place. This side over here is a little easier to get to at the bottom, but a little tougher to get to at the top. Bolt washer, medium strength Loctite. So this top one, you're definitely not going to be able to get a ratchet on that because of the back side of the engine, but we can use a ratcheting wrench like this and go ahead and get in there and tighten that down. And once you have those tightened down, you're completely done. So I really hope this video helped you. If you're on the fence on getting carbon fiber parts now, you can at least see what they look like on the bike. So all three of these parts that we have here are basically the exact same thing that we have in ABS that you can get color matched to your bike as well. The only thing that's different about the three parts is they are in carbon fiber instead of ABS, and then color matched to whatever color your bike is. So I hope this video helped you on the carbon fiber parts. If it did, please hit that like button. Make sure to click that subscribe button. Check out the rest of the Sikbagger YouTube channel. We got over 150, I think, videos now on baggers and softails, and all complete installs as well. So I'm gonna get out of here, get myself back to work. I hope to see you in the next video, but until then, as always, be safe, keep your knees in the breeze. Thanks for checking out the video. Don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe popping up over here. And don't forget to check out the rest of the channel because we have a ton of bagger related and softail videos on our channel. And to get you started, maybe you can check out this one or this one. I'm not really gonna say anything else. You can just click one of those and take you over to another video.